Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today we're talking about an invisible threat, a problem so widespread it's been found in the deepest oceans, the highest mountains, and even inside our own bodies. I'm talking about microplastics. These tiny plastic particles, smaller than a grain of rice, are everywhere. And the big question is, how do we clean up a mess we can barely see? The answer, it turns out, might not come from a high-tech lab, but from the world's greatest engineer, nature itself. For billions of years, nature has been perfecting the art of filtration. And now, scientists are finally starting to copy its homework. Let's start in the ocean, which has tragically become a massive plastic soup. But it's also home to some of the most brilliant filter feeders on the planet. Take the majestic manta ray. These gentle giants glide through the water, gulping down tiny plankton. But how do they filter out food without their gills getting clogged with all sorts of other junk? They use something researchers have called the ricochet effect. Instead of acting like a simple sieve, their gill structures create tiny whirlpools that cause particles to bounce off and away, while clean water flows through. Inspired by this, engineers have built microfilters with precisely spaced lobes that mimic this ricochet action. The result? They can filter out microparticles with up to 99% efficiency, and most importantly, they don't clog. It's a game changer for large-scale water treatment. Then there's the humble oyster. A single oyster can filter up to 50 gallons of water a day. Taking a page from the oyster's playbook, a team of chemists developed a special sponge made from chitosan, a biodegradable material found in shrimp and crab shells. By creating a system that mimics the oyster's gentle pumping motion, this nanofiber sponge successfully reduced microplastic levels in water by over 99%. But the inspiration doesn't stop there. Lesser-known creatures like sea squirts and giant larvaceans, which build intricate houses out of mucus, are also master filters, capturing even the tiniest plastic bits. But the solutions aren't just hiding in the sea. Back on land, the plant kingdom has some tricks up its sleeve. What if I told you we could fight plastic pollution with sawdust? Researchers have discovered that by combining common wood sawdust with tannins, natural compounds you find in things like tree bark and green tea, you can create an incredibly effective filter. This mixture, called a biocap, forms a structure that can trap up to 99.9% of microplastics of all different shapes and sizes. The best part? It's made from materials that are not only renewable and biodegradable, but also widely available. Other plants are helping too. Extracts from okra and fenugreek contain natural substances that cause microplastics to clump together, making them much easier to filter out. And what about one of nature's most iconic designs? The spider web. We know it's amazing at catching insects, but its intricate structure is also inspiring a new generation of filters. Scientists are developing nanostructured networks that mimic the design of a spider's web to capture ultrafine particles from both air and water. And to make these filters last longer, they're looking at things like the lotus leaf. The way a lotus leaf repels water and stays clean is inspiring new self-cleaning materials that resist getting gunked up, which is a major problem for any filter. Of course, we're not quite there yet. Taking these brilliant ideas from the lab and scaling them up to filter the water for an entire city is a massive challenge. We need to make sure these solutions are affordable, durable, and effective in the real world. But the path forward is clear and incredibly exciting. From enzymes that can literally eat plastic, to filters inspired by manta rays and sawdust, nature is providing a powerful blueprint. We're on the cusp of a new era in water filtration, one where our best technology works in harmony with the environment. The answer to one of our biggest man-made problems may have been all around us, all along. Thanks for listening to G Fun Facts Online, and as always, stay curious.